Of New York City's Charter Revision Commission means the start of a new era for the Mamdani administration. The newly created Commission on Government Efficiency will meet for the first time tonight. That commission is tasked with streamlining services and making the city more efficient.
We are speaking about is a sincere fulfillment of a vision that ensures that city government is operating with the same level of focus that a working class New Yorker is when they're trying to balance their bills. And that means looking at the processes we have, that means looking at the procedures of city government, and that means looking at anything we can do to deliver a more efficient and more excellent government. The proposals that COJ will be looking at will be ones that we view as critical to unlocking the full potential of city government.
The public will also get to weigh in on what priorities this commission will tackle. So here to tell us more about it is Cheng, the executive director on the commission. So Ann, first of all, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thanks for being here this morning. Can you lay out exactly what the difference is between what existed before COJ?
Absolutely. You know, I think New Yorkers have been waiting too long for a government that works. You know, we know that New Yorkers are facing barriers in engaging with government, whether you're a small business and you are applying for a permit, whether you are a parent and you're navigating services for your family, it's too hard, right? It's too hard. And the mayor has been clear since the very first day in office that we need to be able to deliver a government that works, that we need to restore public faith in government. And, you know, which sounds kind of lofty and theoretical, but is really just about like delivering what New Yorkers need every single day. And so he convened the Commission on Government Efficiency and tasked that commission with reviewing the city charter, which is sort of like the city's constitution, and looking for outdated barriers and figuring out how we can update the city's governing document to make government more efficient, to make it work better for New Yorkers. And the commission is 15 people, led by our chair, Patrick Gaspard. But it's not just 15 people, it's everyone, right? The commission wants to hear from all New Yorkers, starting on Tuesday with our first public hearing, and to take the input of all New Yorkers on the barriers that they're facing, right? We want to hear about what's annoying you or what's frustrating you as you interact with government. The commission is going to take that input, is going to review it, is going to review the entire charter, and is going to put forth recommendations on the ballot in November, so that New Yorkers can vote on ways to make their government more efficient. And yeah, so one of the reasons I'm really thrilled to be here this morning is to have the chance to encourage New Yorkers to come participate in that process.
Can we talk about those 15 people? Because it's a big job. What types of people comprise that panel and how are they selected?
Yes, so this is a panel that brings together people from across labor, government, business, the nonprofit sector, and the goal here is to have, you know, a representative group of leaders who can carefully consider what changes need to be made to make government more efficient. But it's really not about those 15 people. It's about them being the ears, you know, for the city and listening to what New Yorkers need. And so New Yorkers can go to www.nyc.gov/COGE, that's COGE, and find out the details of the hearings, which start on Tuesday, can find out where to testify and how to submit public testimony. And so, you know, you're asking about the commission members. They are esteemed and incredible and represent a really diverse swath of New Yorkers, but, you know, are no substitute from hearing from New Yorkers themselves. And that is really the objective of the 10 hearings that we are going to hold throughout the summer across the city. We'll be in every borough twice over the summer. And we're really hoping that New Yorkers turn out to tell us what's working and what's not working and how we can make government more efficient.
You know, I think when people hear COJ, they think of the Trump administration's DOGE and Elon Musk. And when that happened, there were a lot of jobs that were eliminated. Is that something that also may happen here in the city?
I think that wanting government to work is a sentiment that's shared, you know, that's not a partisan sentiment. I think that's shared across the city and across the country. Elon Musk weaponized that to, as you say, slash programs that New Yorkers and Americans depend on to cut jobs, right, as sort of an end in itself and an excuse to really break down the functioning of government. This commission, by contrast, has labor leaders at the table, both public and private sector. We are engaging our city agencies for ideas. We are treating our city workers as the experts they are on the processes that they run so that we can make government more efficient, sort of from the bottom up. And so our commission is focused on efficiency, but not as sort of an excuse to slash government programs and not as even an end in itself, right? The efficiency is the way that we will be able to deliver the things that New Yorkers need.
Who makes the final say once the board kind of makes their recommendations? Who actually says, okay, this is going to actually go through?
The voters. So that in November, the proposals that the commission recommends will be on the ballot. And so ultimately, this is coming to all New Yorkers, right? We want to hear from New Yorkers as we create these proposals. And then ultimately, New Yorkers have the final say in whether these proposals, become part of the city charter.
All right. And real quickly, just remind folks where they can find where these meetings will be.
Yes, www.nyc.gov/COGE. Our first public hearing is on Tuesday evening at 5 o'clock at New York Law School. That one's going to focus on infrastructure and the public realm. And then we have many more hearings throughout the summer, and we're thrilled to hear from New Yorkers.
Great. And Cheng, thanks so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.